I've got a new camera stand and it's proving to be awkward. Hi guys, I'm Shelley, welcome back to my channel. It's October, possibly. You couldn't tell by all the pumpkins. I did a favourites last month and I thought I would try it again. Starting with a book that I can't physically show you because I didn't buy it, I had it on Audible. But that is The Lovely Sunny Side Up by Miss Susan Calman. Last year, the wonderful Scottish comedian Susan Calman was on Strictly Come Dancing. For those of you who are in America, I believe, what is it called? Dancing with the Stars, possibly? Strictly has brought joy into her life, and this book is about finding cheerful things. She went on tour. He asked her audience before they turned up to hit Twitter and write nice things that had happened to them, acts of kindness that people had showed them. So at the beginning of every chapter, she talks about a city that she went on tour in, and she wrote about the tweets that she got in that particular venue, and it's adorable. But I have to say, the main thing that came out of this book was Kevin Clifton, her dance partner, is a wonderful man. They talked about what they were going to do for movie week, which is where she dressed up as Wonder Woman, and she came up with these crazy ideas and just like, we can't do that, Susan. We can't do that, Susan. No, we really can't do that, Susan. They sat for a minute and both of them turned at the same time and said, Wonder Woman? If you need cheering up, my God, read Sunny Side Up. On the book theme, I went to the library. And by went to the library, I mean ordered them online and the library delivered them. I got The Atlas of Beauty by Mehelda by a woman that I can't pronounce and I shouldn't really be butchering her name. It's portraits of women from all around the world. I can't remember how many are in there. I think there's like 300 portraits of women. This lady just went around the world and asked very kindly, would you mind if I took your picture if she saw an interesting face? And she'd sit and she'd talk to them and she'd get stories. If you can see the wonderful, wonderful portraits of completely different people, it's interesting to see what's classed as beauty and what's classed as fashion in different cultures. And my favourite part of this book, that's Emily, that's my mate. She is fashionista here on YouTube. I will link her down below. But that's it, even if you don't have a friend in it, it is a stunning book of portraits and stories. The next book I got from the library, I can hardly lift, so I'll show you close-ups in a bit. Oh, the shoulder's comfy. The Colour of Time, A New History of the World, 1850 to 1960. This is a book of photographs that used to be in black and white that have been turned into colour with a piece of history about them. Look at this completely unfussed hippopotamus that turned up at London Zoo. And the quote underneath from a newspaper is, the animal itself repays public curiosity with a yawn of indifference. A yawn of indifference has perfect phrasing. I love it. This one floored me. It's the kind of the building of the Eiffel Tower from 1888 to 1889. Only a couple of years and they built that. How in the hell? It's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. So that's Butch and that's the Sundance Kid. How cool is that? I always wondered what he looked like. Then you have one of the most famous and iconic movie scenes of all time, Mr. Harold Lloyd, clinging from the clock tower. But what has made me giggle about this is the poor unexpected people down there. They have no idea that the most famous movie scene of all time is happening above their heads. How in the heck did Harold Lloyd not die? This one's slightly problematic. So I've read this and it says that this particular sailor here had been running up and down the street slightly drunk all day trying to just grab women and kiss them. And this is seen as one of the most romantic kisses of all time, romantic photos of all time. But I'm sorry, is it just me? He kind of looks like he's got her in a headlock and it is not consensual. I'm sorry, they don't look like lovers. He looks like he's kissing her without consent. The overwhelming theme of this book was war and destruction. It was almost every other page. If you did the equivalent now from 1960 to modern times, I'm sure every other page would still be a war. But in between those terrible shots were some rather wonderful nuggets of just pure happiness and giggle times. And yeah, they were the kind of beacon of hope. Next up we have clothes. The best piece of clothing I bought this month. Just slightly brilliant. As this t-shirt which says fragile, elastamos, handle with care. So damn true. I love this t-shirt slightly too much. I've always wanted a kind of fragile, handle with care badge or sticker, and now I just have the t-shirt. So, you know, back off people, I break. Last but not least, we have TV. The first thing I binge watched this month, Killing Eve. Did anybody else watch this BBC series? Holy cow, was it hilarious and freaky and okay. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but trying to describe the plot of Killing Eve is a person who looks for assassins is trying to catch an assassin. They start a kind of relationship where it's cat and mouse. The assassin is aware of the person trying to catch them and vice versa. But it's just damn brilliant. It is, I think, the first thing I've seen Sandra Oh do since Grey's Anatomy. So Sandra Oh played Christina in Grey's Anatomy, and I watched a round table with her a little while ago, and she said she hasn't been working because she couldn't find a script. She couldn't find somebody who was going to give her something to bite into, a decent role, and then she found Killing Eve and just like, I'm doing it. This series revolves about the two women and the decisions that they make. Yes, other things are happening at the same time, but it is purely driven on the decisions of these two characters and how they react to each other. I think the whole box set is still up on the BBC iPlayer. And the second thing has to be Doctor Who, doesn't it? Diddle-a-dum, diddle-a-dum, diddle-a-dum. We didn't get a title. So, Doctor Who is back. Jodie, our doctor, I love her to pieces and I want to squish her. She did something I've never seen one doctor do before. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary, and for those of you who have yet to decide, she built her own sonic screwdriver. None of them have ever done that before. They have always let the TARDIS build it for them. They've always relied on the TARDIS in some way. She did a whole episode without a TARDIS. Yes, that has happened before, because many doctors have lost their TARDISes before, but they have never built a sonic screwdriver without the TARDIS. Atta girl! Brilliant! Wasn't quite happy with the fact that being the first female doctor, she says sorry more than any other doctor has ever done. Usually the doctor just plows on and goes, what? Screw you, I'm trying to fix the world. She's very, very empathetic. I don't know how that's gonna go, but other than that, I think she's great. So that was all my favourite things in, what month is it? October. I don't know where or who I am. I mean, I also have purple hair, which is kind of my favourite thing, but that was accidental, so who knows. I'll try to do another one in November. If you guys are interested, hit me up down below if you find these, you know, at all interesting. Anyway, I hope you guys was good. Thanks for listening to me prattle on. Okay, see you later. Bye. If anybody asks me anything, I just go, I don't know, half an hour ago as a white-haired Scotsman, there is a fly on my nose. Yeah.